So this session will give you an introduction about ports and how to check if a service is currently running or not running on a specific port. Now, as I mentioned that there is an address that every machine which is on internet should have so that it can be connected. But one machine or one box can hold multiple processes running on multiple ports as services. So for example, you guys hit google.com. Okay, now that is it's running on some service, and that service is HTTP. For HTTP, the default port is 80. Now we have some system reserved ports and some custom ports. The system reserved ports are some specific numbers of ports which are already given to which are already allocated for some system specific services like HTTP, SSH, which is a way to connect remote machines. Then we have FTP. So we have like different type of services, and for them these ports are reserved. We cannot use these ports for our custom services. And then we have some ports which we can define on which some custom services can run. So for example, we are aware of a database called Oracle, and for Oracle database we have something called listener which listens on a specific port. So if you have to connect to Oracle database, you will need a host name or the IP address, then the port number, and based on that you can try to connect to the database with username, password and SID. That's a different point. So what I'm trying to make you realize here is like, how do we verify that a particular service is running on a specific port on a machine that we are trying to hit. So I'll take a very simple example of HTTP. Now we know HTTP is running on port 80. So if I want to try and see if google.com is up or not, I need to run a command called telnet. So telnet is the command that helps us to verify if a service is running on a specific port or no. So I'll say telnet, then host name, and then the port number. Okay. So it says connected to www.google.com. So that means this port is open. Okay. Let's see if any other port is open on google.com or not. Let me exit this using the escape character. Okay. Let's see if port number 443 is open on google.com or not. Yes, port number 443 is open as well. Let's see if port number 1521 is open on that server. So let me come out of it, and so it says trying. So that means it is trying, and it does not come out with any result which says connected to this port on google.com. Okay. Now this message where it says trying and it doesn't come up with anything does not mean that this port is not in use. It could still be in a use, but it is behind a firewall. That means you cannot connect to that service. Okay. So this telnet command helps us to find two problems. Problem number one, that if a port is listening and given that there is no firewall, it connects and tells us that it is open. Second thing, it tells that there might be a firewall in between the source from where we are trying to connect and the target at which we are trying to connect. So we can resolve, or we can try to, when we try to troubleshoot network related issues on services on known servers, this telnet command is very helpful.